If you could have the life of any fictional character, who would it be and why?
Cobra Commander. Yeah, absolutely Cobra Commander. Just some like Weasley little Caucasian guy who runs like a huge multinational organization. Yeah. That's awesome. And he's completely psychotic, which is like...
And you get to wear a mask.
You get to wear a mask.
Pretty...
Joe from Nymphomaniac. The answer is self-explanatory.
How about you?
I already lived the life of a fictional character. Fucking Eeyore from Winnie the Poops. Or, okay.
I've met a lot more sad people than you, with much worse hair.
You don't know what goes on behind the keyboard, man. Okay, so, but if I had to pick someone else, it would be Woody from Cheers. Because he's so happy. Nothing fazed him. He was just hanging out. Just hanging out at Cheers. Everyone knew his name. Yeah.
Oh man, I just came up with Batman. I was gonna say Batman. I was like, no, I wouldn't take Batman. Jesus, that's a terrible idea. So I take the worst life possible. I would take I don't know who just lays around, and does nothing, and gets to like drink and eat and have sex. Is there a fictional character like that? That's the one I want. That's I don't know.
Tony Stark minus Iron Man.
Yes, yeah. Just Tony Stark. Yeah.
Not the Iron Man half.
Not the Iron Man half.
Retired Tony Stark, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go.
Fat old Tony Stark.
Yeah. What about Aquaman when he's just chilling? Like I don't need to fight any villains. Just like young Aquaman when he's just like having adventures underwater. That sounds pretty good. Yeah.
You know, I would want like I'd be Rip Hunter or some time traveler. I'd like or Ivar from Valiant. You know, I'd want to be a time traveler.
Nice.
I can't come up with an answer. I'm sorry.
It's because his life is so awesome.
It is pretty
much.
I would draw.
It
Yes,
for
I would be
anyone.
myself in a comic.
That's excellent.
Robert De Niro in Midnight Run. Why? At the end of the movie, he has $300,000 and the freedom to roam in a country where you can smoke anywhere. So,
Perfect life.
God, Batman's so easy. I want a car with machine guns. Come on. That's not even close. Batman.
And you're rich.
Yeah, or Batman if he were also Tyler Durden. If you could somehow make Tyler Durden Batman, I would do that.
Scrooge McDuck. That's a good one. I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. Chad also has feathers that you can't see.
It's off camera.
There are.
I do have a tail, and I'm wearing pants.
I would say Destro, probably. You get a metal mask. You get a castle that is also a transformer. You have a chess set of the G.I. Joe characters that you can play with silently alone, which I do anyway. Right. So I would say Destro.
I want to point out that you could probably get most of those things in the life that you live now.
Yeah, no, I have the figures.
All right. The Transformer Castle is a little hard to get him by.
Castle's hard. Silent Castle's hard.
Oh, that's really hard.
You can take your time.
Snoopy from Peanuts.
Because he gets to sleep a lot?
Yeah, he's lounging on a doghouse.
Fictional character? My first reaction was Jean-Claude Van Damme, but he's not fictional. But a day in the life of Jean-Claude Van Damme would be pretty fucking awesome. Fictional character? I don't know. I'll stick with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'll stick with that. I'm happy with that one.
Is there a particular Van Damme movie you'd like to live inside of?
Bloodsport was awesome. I liked, my favorite as a kid was Cyborg. So if you could watch Cyborg, the bad guy in that, super badass. Van Damme had a knife in his boot, always wanted that, so that would be sweet. Okay. If I was the character in Cyborg was my fictional character, whoever he played. I forgot the name.
Dracula. 100% Dracula. He's got mad skills, does what he wants all day, has a harem.
Ladies love it.
Yeah.
Not always by choice.
Can be a dog, can be a bat, can be mist. Can mist around people.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Okay.
Has black hair. Sometimes he has
Moby Dick.
The whale?
Yeah, the whale, not the captain.
That's awesome.
Captain Ahab.
Which is funny because somebody answered Moby Dick.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm out to get them. And I'm going to get them. Death to them. Yeah. I don't know. I'm an obsessive person, and I could see myself, yeah, totally. Yeah, he's single-minded, and he's going to get it done.
Awesome.
Danger Diabolic, super spy guy, all these, exotic women, fast cars, getting to kill your enemies, which is kind of cool, so.
Snoopy.
You're the second person who said Snoopy. Why Snoopy?
I don't know, because he's impervious to everything. It's like, but he's got his needs. He's got his naps all laid out. He's got a place, he's got his house. He has somebody to feed him. I don't know. Maybe
He's got
because
a nice doghouse to sleep on.
I
He has a plane.
Exactly.
Who doesn't want a plane?
That's why. Because his imagination is just like, here he is. Here's the World War I fighter pilot.
That's a really
flying around.
Scrooge McDuck.
Second person to say that.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Chad Bauer said that. Yeah.
You're wealthy. You travel the world. No pants.
All right, clearly it would be someone who has an awesome life in a book that hasn't been written yet.
That's a very creative answer.
Man, probably Sherlock Holmes minus the drug use. Because I like puzzles. Yeah. Well, you want to remove that part of it. But I mean, I think the idea of solving puzzles, he clearly has a great best friend who's around all the time. He goes on adventures. He's got a rival with skills that parallel his own. It's all things that keep you motivated. It's
he owns a bowler pad.
He does, and nice vests and waistcoats and whatnot. Yeah, like there you go.
Most comic book characters, especially Big Two, because they don't ever die. Right, like they have a license to live live forever. Numerous deaths, always returning. Arguably more muscular than the last time when they died.
I would be clearly Midnighter, because you would have the best of both worlds. You'd have like a pretty badass husband and also then just much punching all the time.
Spider-Man's my guy. I'd be down with Spider-Man. I know it seems like he's got a tough life, but you also get to acrobatically flip around and, in my version, he's still married to the supermodel, so, it's good. Yeah.
And he always overcomes things.
Yeah.
He gets knocked down, but he gets up again.
Totally. Smart, strong, acrobatic. It's good. Yeah. All right, Spider-Man.
I'm going to go with Peter Parker. I know it's obvious, but Peter Parker.
Why Peter?
It's that thing about that freedom. The idea that you could just go throw on a costume and go jump around and just be free. It sure beats sitting at a desk. I mean, you get hungry at a desk. You want a sandwich.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to just shoot a web and get a sandwich. If a sandwich was close by.
That would be very helpful.
Yeah.
Fictional. I was going to say Ryan Gosling, but fictional. He's
sort of fictional.
Yeah. He's like a myth.
I think you could get away with that, especially the Tumblr version of Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I want to be Tumblr Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
What are some things? Movies are things. Who won in a movie?
Who won?
Yeah, who won? Danny Ocean, like that kind of thing. Yeah, but who's a better, more clever choice than Danny Ocean?
You don't remember your parents being dead. Batman's kind of a popular choice.
Batman is miserable. Oh,
yeah,
he
he's
lives.
a buff dude. He's
Yeah.
super rich.
Yeah.
He goes out
But
all
there's
night
other
beating
ones
up guys for fun.
There's
It's
other
not that bad.
buffs, like Daddy Warbucks is buff and super rich, and he doesn't have to bother with beating up guys, but he just
just
has.
be rich then. I mean, at least
That's
you have
your
whole life.
criteria. I'm
You
saying
have your
who's
whole life ahead of you.
happy. I'm looking at who's got a
So who
my
wins?
first thought was Peter Pan, but that's not who a grown-up wants to be. That's the reason of eternal youth and stuff. So
Sure.
that's not it. Who in literature, or I guess TV, which is a kind of literature, looks at their life and goes, "Yeah, I nailed it." And then you go, "Well, that's not what stories do."
Right.
Who?
I don't think that's always the point of the story.
Who won in the end? Somebody who does that and walks off camera and wins, like Danny Ocean, probably has the best of anyone, and that's kind of a boring choice.
It's not that bad though. Danny Ocean is super clever.
Yeah, he's very clever.
He put these
I like
entire
clever.
operations exceedingly difficult together, and then they work.
Like everybody's got their Mr. Fantastic, who probably is the guy to be from your last question.
Right.
He's got a family that he loves. He's got money. He's inventing. He's exploring. Okay. Mr. Fantastic